How's it going on, everybody? Yes, it is a different person, but I'm not alone. Sir?
Hello.
Thank you. Hi, we're the coaches of the Williamsburg Whimsicott. I'm Incog, that's Pantros. And today, since Robert is unable to do them, we're going to be doing the week 2 Pickems. Yes, you might see on screen that it says week 1, but we so lazily did this that I didn't even notice until we started recording. But anywho, I'll probably edit this anyway, so you'll see a fancy 2 over the 1. Since Robert is too tired from doing work, bless his soul, because, you know, the grind doesn't stop. You know, it's your boy Incog. As you can see, they had to do it to him on screen. That's me. We're going to go ahead and just get started with this anyway, so let's go. Oh my god, these are so slow. I'm sorry, I have not... We looked over these and just shifted them around. I didn't know how slow the fade-outs were. But this first match is Oshawa. Obviously, Kachurin versus the Staggering Staraptors. And Sidorus... Just gonna predict that I'm saying that correctly. Okay, Oshawa going into this match, you know, they're 1-0 plus 1. They barely made it out alive because, you know, the team that they fought wasn't playing as intelligently as they wanted to, while Staggering was just blew away Venezuela last week. So I think you know where my alliance leads with. But Robert picked himself in this match, which I can honestly see happening. You know, a 6-0 team, you know, like... Maybe it's a fluke. Maybe Robert thinks that he's going to take this match by setting up Sticky Web so obviously against a team that would probably appreciate it, honestly, because with Empoleon getting Defiant and then other things that really don't care about it, like the flying type Oricorio and even things that really don't care, we could see obviously that coming up additionally for reasons because, you know, Defog is nothing that is non-existent on this team. Only thing that gets it is really Empoleon, and since Empoleon isn't going to be too impactful given Robert's team, I mean, I guess Doug Trio is just going to trap it and kill it, or Slurpuff will get up to +6 and kill it. Who knows what could happen. Oricorio can also defog, but it's an Oricorio. You're implying it's being brought. But for the most part... Oh, wait, I was looking at the wrong team. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Well, that's my bad. I was looking at the Garenmach Garchomps, but that's okay. My main point is this. Robert thinks he's going to win this match. I clearly don't agree with that notion. We see the Dragonite, the Rotom Wash, and I think that's it that gets Defog. And with such a great team, with the Barbarical being able to just Shell Smash and go to town, Mega Camera being in Trick Room, maybe set up by Mimikyu, and maybe having other Pokemon that can have impacts on this team, it's going to take a lot for Robert not to take so much damage on his part to a point where Ambipom could easily sweep with like Banded Tail Slap, if it so chooses, should Robert take a lot of damage on his side. So, from a very basic standpoint, though, Robert thinks he's going to win. I think Staggering takes this game very handily. Maybe not as handily as I would think, but maybe a 3-0 or better. Maybe. Robert's a good competitor, and he's a good battler as well. But moving on with the next match, which is... Good lord, these fade-outs are really, really slow. The Muslim Mewtwo's versus the Vigrid Vespiquen, and Pantros is going to take over here.
Yes. So Robert said that the Vigrid Vespiquens are going to win. And I would have to agree with that. Looking at the teams, it looks like Vigrid Vespiquens is going to have a really nice time with the Mamoswine. Mamoswine basically runs through most of Muslim's team. Hint, hint, wink, wink. And anything, Beware could take out some of it too. He has Vigrid Vespiquen has a very hard-hitting team, like bunch of sweepers and stuff like that. That's basically all I have to say about it.
Yeah, there's not really much else. I mean, if we want to compare like wins and losses, I guess, since it's only the first week, LOL. Muslim went 1 + 5 and Vigrid. Hold on, I'm scrolling on my phone here, folks. Give me 1 second. Where oh, he lost -2. So, despite all else, I mean, I have to agree with Pantros, but let's move on. Moving on to the next match, we have the Crabby Club versus the Acer Alolan and Ninetales. And, bless you, Robert picked Crabby Club, and he said this would be a hard pick because he's like, man, this is going to be a close match. Obviously, if you guys saw the first Pickems video, you know Pantros and I lost to the Ace Alolan Ninetales, unfortunately, given...
No, incorrect.
We lost to who?
We didn't, we lost the Crobats.
This video's all over the place now, isn't it?
It sure is.
But anywho... Ace Alolan Ninetales won their battle, I believe. I'm going to assume... No, they lost to Kachurin. Wow, funny enough. Anywho, they lost their battle, but they have a really good team is my basic point. As I said, Robert escaped last week with his own victory. So, will the Crabby Club escape with a victory this week? Well, to compare the teams, let's just go off of this. First off, the Crabby Club won only by a 1-0. Like... I'm not going to sit here and act like they did a great win. And Ace only lost by 1, so I'm not going to act like they lost greatly. Like, these two teams are on equal playing fields, technically speaking. So, what do I expect? Well, let's be real here. Though Robert picked the Crabby Club, and I love Cobb because Cobb's a good battler and a good strategist, I do fear for his life against something like Talonflame being able to wreck things like the Gallade and also being able to dispatch things like Lurantis and Cobalion, and additionally just being an overall threat to the Crabby Club. But I do have faith in Crabby Club only slightly. This isn't a big edge for me personally. Tapu Koko plus really anything can do a lot of damage. It's going to be hard to get Tapu Koko in on this team, given that there's a Klefki and Metagross, and even the looming fear of maybe Choice Scarf, Kyurem Black. But I have good enough faith that this Tapu Koko will have a nice enough time against the team. And additionally, we could see things like Trick Room being brought, I believe, yeah, Dusclops and Azelf both get it. We could see Gallade maybe pack it just in case. And we can see Lurantis also run a train because Trick Room Lurantis is definitely a real strat. Otherwise, I mean, Cobb's team is kind of bulky. If he plays his cards wrong, you can see a setup sweeping Metagross or even setup sweeping... I guess really Metagross would be the only real thing I can really set up sweep because Garchomp doesn't get any speed boosting moves. Maybe it could run Z Sandstorm and just start going ham. Who knows? But we'll find out this upcoming week, of course. But yeah, I definitely think Cobb wins this game. Moving on with these slow slides.
Excuse me. We have the London Lightning Rocks and the Venezuelan Vaporeons. So Robert said that the London Lightning Rock was going to win. I'm gonna put my faith into Coffee. I know that, and that's the Venezuelan Vaporeons. I know that they think they lost 6-0.
Yeah, they were the team that got 6-0'd.
Like, yeah, lost 6-0. But I think that they're gonna look for a win this time. And I see, looking at their team, they actually have a lot of mons that kind of deal with Lightning Rock, or at least check most of their Pokemon. You got Feeny, Volcarona, that can take out Virizion, Articuno, and not Toxapex, sorry, Incineroar. Not much that I can really say about it, in my opinion. It's kind of like just looking at the Pokemon. It's kind of just like, well, this checks this, just checks this. It's kind of like almost going to be, you know, what they bring and who plays better.
This is true. Moving on, though, we have Williamsburg versus Honorable. Kachurin picked us, the Williamsburg Whimsicots, of course. And honestly, we're doing this very much in post of some games, so I'm gonna give my honest thoughts because that's how I roll, being completely objective, just like in my own videos. Honorable has the ability to win if literally Crocoon is brought, Mega Houndoom's brought, and the team kind of evaporates by being stuck against those certain Pokemon. And additionally, having tanks, like especially defensive Mew could work. We could see Gigalith just sitting in front of things and maybe get an explosion off. There's a lot of different ways that this team can go about this battle, though Williamsburg has a good team. Their team is kind of all over the place, in my own opinion. It's not like it's a bad team by any means necessary. It's just one of those kind of teams where you're like, I don't know what it's gonna do, and though I'm scared, I'm not as scared anymore right now in this current day and age, because the team in front of them could easily blow them away given good setup and given, you know, scummy strats if you count Crocoon. But we'll see what happens. As we move on, though, we have the Windsor Wurmples and the Cosmic Crobats. Pantros?
Hold on, I'm looking for their teams.
No problem.
Alrighty. So I have Crow probably feeling good from his win from the last week. He's probably going to be searching for another win. But in my opinion, I really do think that the Windsor Wurmples, along with Kachurin, that they're going to win. I can't talk much about this only because of the fact it's, you know, there were a few matches that happened. We're doing this post those matches, and I personally have a hard time kind of trying to keep the honest opinion out from what actually happened.
I mean, I could just say one of two things. One, Scizor, and two, to an extent, Magmortar. That's all I'll say on that.
That's all we'll say.
But moving on, I think there's another match here. Yeah, there is. Garrigmok, Garchomps versus the Charming Chandelures. Kachurin picked Charming. And let me go ahead and pull up the two teams here because clearly I'm ready for all this. This is one of those kind of weird matches, and I did kind of talk about Garrigmok a little bit earlier on accident, but I think given their two teams, just comparatively speaking, I do like what Uni's doing over there. I still don't think Inferna's worthy of a tier 1 pick it was. I still don't think that was really worthy, but I mean, it could make itself worthy this entire match. It could dispatch a lot of damn Pokemon, gosh dang it. We can see Storepair Zoctu come to this match because there's not really a lot besides, I guess, Spiritomb that really beat out Zoctu. Additionally, we can see something of Keldeo coming to this match and doing a lot of work, but it's going to take a lot because, good Lord have mercy, their teams are kind of neck and neck in my opinion in terms of what looks scary versus what is scary, but I'm definitely going to give the edge to Uni. Uni could easily do a bunch of things, could even run Trick Room to an extent and blow away Kaiser's entire team, but it's really up to Uni to decide what he's going to do with this match, and honestly, I'm not sure, but I'm going to pick Charming Chandelure similar to what Kachurin picked, just because there's a lot more options on one side of the field rather than the other side, though I will say that Kaiser's team is definitely a little bit bulky. I wouldn't even call it bulky, I'd call it diverse, really, but we move on to the next match, which is...
The next match is Philadelphia Flareons versus the Mischievous Mirkrow. This one, I definitely think that the Philadelphia Flareons are gonna win. The Jaden, who's the coach, he's my boy, and I believe in him to be able to pull out this win against the Mischievous Mirkrows, especially after coming out of his 6-0 victory from week 1.
Boo, you're not being no, I'm kidding. I agree with Pantros. It's gonna be a very Switch happy game and probably a good display of perhaps one of the Pokemon even on this slide, Necrozma, but who knows? I think you know. No, I'm kidding.
Nah.
But I think that's gonna do it. Yeah, that's gonna do it for the week 2 Pickems. I'm sorry if we messed up a little bit, Robert. We're doing this on very, very, very short notice, so yeah, that's something. But yeah, a few of these matches have happened, of course. You guys should definitely subscribe if you haven't today. Like the video, because seeing likes will make Robert happy and make him less work stressed. And I'm not gonna shill out my channel because I already do that enough, but maybe just maybe Robert will add in the description to have me in it. Who knows? Or maybe if he posts this on Twitter, he'll add us on Twitter. But for me and Pantros, we're both gonna say goodbye.
Goodbye.
And we'll see you guys next time.